The Robin Hood Foundation's annual benefit is one of the biggest events in New York, both in size and fundraising ability. Each spring, it draws about 3,000 people to the Javits Center, the only New York venue big enough to hold such a gathering. Equally impressive is the event's ever-changing decor. Here's a look back at the past 9 years. The year 2000 was the first time Robin Hood brought in designers Avi Adler and David Stark, as well as the first year the event was held at the Javits Center. Adler and Stark, who were partners at the time, created a tranquil look with masses of baby's breath, blue lighting, and moving projections of clouds. The dinner space had a bolder look with colorful graphic projections. The benefit drew $10 million. In 2001, Adler and Stark decked out the cocktail area with installations of 81 green poles in a grid pattern that rose almost 20 feet from a bed of green stones and yellow pom-pom flowers. Adler said he was inspired by a trip to Holland, where he noticed fields of trees planted in perfect grids. The dining room had op art inspired decor with walls draped in alternating patches of black and white fabric. Black and white patterned linens added to the effect. The event raised $13.5 million. 2002 saw an ocean-themed design. The cocktail area had an installation of hundreds of sparkling strands of crystal beads hanging over a shallow reflecting pool built by production company Atomic Design. In the dining rooms, Adler and Stark used fluorescent colors and black lighting to create a glowing deep-sea look. White muslin surrounding the dining area served as projection screens. Guests contributed $14.7 million. In 2003, Adler and Stark went for an all-red look, creating an unusual atmosphere with lighting and video. 2 giant chandeliers made with 10,000 plastic glow sticks and red tubular fluorescent light bulbs were the focal point of the cocktail area. Volunteers passed out tiny red lights that benefit goers wore on their lapels and gowns. And in the dining room, enormous projection screens surrounded all red tables. The event brought in $16 million. 2004 had a bright and cheery look, complete with a giant hill covered with plastic grass and 420 white daisy pinwheels. Adler and Stark gave the cocktail area a park-like atmosphere with yellow benches, giant potted flowers, and trees and clouds made of wood and lined with light bulbs by Atomic Design. In the dining room, flower pots filled with white flowers topped tables, and the usual video screens showed imagery and videos about Robin Hood's work. $24 million was raised. In 2005, Adler and Stark played with giant letters to create an alphabet soup meets Vegas effect. In the cocktail area, giant blinking letters of various shapes, sizes, and fonts spelled out Robin Hood across the vast space. The dining room had a pink and brown color scheme with arrangements of pink peonies that seemed to glow in the room's dramatic lighting. The event raised $31.9 million. After Stark and Adler parted ways, Stark took the reins in 2006, creating dozens of large chalk drawings ranging from 50 feet wide to 35 feet tall of iconic New York landmarks and scenes such as the Washington Square Arch, MTA buses, and Times Square billboards. For the first time, the benefits dining room was a completely round space, with screens around the perimeter that flashed video footage from around the city by event producers Live Nation. Beyoncé provided the evening's entertainment, and $48 million was raised. In 2007, Stark and his team reinvented Sherwood Forest out of modern-day items you'd find at a New York newsstand, including a castle made out of 100,000 Greek key coffee cups and lotto ticket trees. Custom-made banners and lights in the shape of arrows added to the fairy tale effect. Stark divided the large dining space into 4 zones delineated by the colors of the table linens and graphics on video screens that wrapped around the perimeter. The benefit took in $71.2 million. Installations made of donated office supplies, clothing, and food comprised the decor in 2008. Stark and Atomic Design created a structure made from backpacks, baby onesies, and Lego-like blocks, a giant pencil sculpture made of actual pencils, and an oversized chair made of 2,000 water bottles. All the installations were disassembled and the items were donated after the event. Each table in the dining room was topped with an EXO laptop that flashed images of flowers, statistics about Robin Hood's charitable works, and announcements of when the next course was en route. The event raised $56.5 million plus about $1 million worth of decor items. And in 2009, David Stark and Atomic Design kept things simple with decor that put the focus back on Robin Hood's new ad campaign. Guests entered a circular tunnel decorated with the nonprofit's bullseye emblem that led into the cocktail space. Inside, there was an arrow-shaped carpet and enormous images highlighting the foundation's partnerships with other nonprofits. In the dining room, miniature cityscapes served as each table's centerpiece and held IML's audience response devices, which guests used to make donations without announcing how much or how little they were spending. In spite of the economic downturn, the benefit raised a record $72.6 million. Thanks for watching. For more information on these events, visit BizBash.com.